Yeah, I'll start the class. Okay, let them join. Right? Because now we have a, I mean, they can listen the recording also. Okay. Yeah,
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
yeah. Actually, we are looking over the generating the reference source currents or the reference filter components currents by using the instantaneous symmetrical component theory. That was the discussion which we have in the last class, and there are the three objectives which I would like to I mean in deriving these particular currents. In deriving these particular currents, they have considered the three conditions of the source current. Okay, respect to this, we have the source over here. This is is, and this is the load il, and this particular is the compensator, maybe if. I mean if. Okay, they were trying to generate these currents by using the instantaneous symmetrical component theory, considering that the source current quality to be improved. One of the equation is one of the objective to be attained when you have a compensator. That is, just a minute. These are the three objectives which the source current to be balanced, and one more thing, this is the uh, phase angle between the positive sequence voltage and the positive sequence current should be the same. This phi is the desired power factor, and the source which is there, this is a source which you would like to supply only the load average power. These are the three conditions. Based on that, based on the objectives of the compensator, we have been derived these particular currents of ISA, ISB, and ISC. Okay. Here, uh, when generating these particular currents of ISA and ISB and ISC, These are the desired. You see here the desired. Maybe you can represent as a star over here. ISB star and ISC star. These are the desired currents. Okay. Here, these particular voltages of VSA and VSC, but in this particular derivation, uh, they have considered this particular source impedance. They have not considered the feeder impedance. They have not considered the feeder impedance. If there is a feeder impedance, then we have to take about these particular voltages, VT, not the source voltages, not the source voltage. We need to take about the terminal voltages or the point of common coupling or wherever your compensator is to be connected. If the compensator is connected at this bus, these are the voltages to be taken in generating the reference source current, especially these voltages VSA, VSB and VSC. Anyway, the VS naught is the zero sequence voltage. It is 1 by 3 somewhere in the earlier equation. The VS naught is this particular equation. The VS naught is equal to VSA plus VSB, VSC. Instead of VSA, if it considered the PCC voltage as VT, we get a VTA plus VTB and VTC. Okay. In all these cases, in this particular expression, the voltages are the instantaneous voltages, are all the instantaneous voltages, and even the current generated ISA and ISB and ISC are the instantaneous currents only, are all the instantaneous currents. And then here we are measuring these particular equations, the VT, and then the PL average. We have to generate the what will be the load average power, the PL average. Okay, the PL average we need to find out. The PL average can we find it out as, we know that this 1 by T 0 to T something of V into I dt this way. I mean, this way we can find out the load average power. See, why I am telling those things is, here we are generating these currents, the source currents. Whenever you are deciding the source current, we need to make out these, we need to sense about these voltages, the terminal voltage or the PCC voltage. Apart from that, we need to generate or we need to evaluate this load average power. In order to evaluate the load average power, anyway, this time period is all dependent upon the frequency of the supply. We need to measure this voltage. The voltage here it is VT and the current is IL current. IL of all phases of ABC and VT of ABC. Once after finding out this PL average, we can find it out as ISA star, ISB star and ISC star. After that, we can know the IL currents minus of the star of this currents of ISA star, ISB star and ISC star. We are able to find out the IFA star. We are able to find out the filter current of B phase and C phase. Once after finding out these, we can able to generate the filter currents. The filter currents is, you can use the hysteresis current control technique in order to generate this particular IFA star, IFB star and IFC star also. Okay. These are the equations. These are the, from the instantaneous symmetrical component theory, we have been generated the reference source current. Here, after looking over these particular equations, here the VSA minus VS0. Suppose if the terminal voltage or the PCC voltage, let us assume that these are the balanced voltages. Let us assume that these are the balanced voltage. In that case, the zero sequence voltage will be 0. The zero sequence voltage will be 0. And here the beta which is there, beta is equal to something of tan phi by root 3. I think beta is equal to tan phi by root 3. That was the consideration. We have considered here the beta is tan phi plus by root 3. The phi plus is the desired power factor. If you consider in this particular equation, especially these particular equation, under the balanced voltages, it is 0. If the desired power factor, the cos phi, if the desired power factor which you are expecting on the source side, the desired power factors on the source side, just a minute, on the source side, if the desired power factor is unity, then what happened was the beta is equal to uh, phi becomes 90 degrees, sorry, 0. Phi becomes 0 and then the beta becomes 0. If you substitute here the beta is equal to 0, one thing is the terminal voltages are the source voltages, terminal voltages are balanced. I mean, why I am giving this particular explanation was, we'll come to know it within a 5 minutes. Okay, these terminal voltages and the beta is 0. We substitute over here the beta is equal to 0, this expression becomes 0. In this expression, especially I'm taking about this particular sort of expression only. Forget about the ILA, ILB and ILC. Now what we get over here it is, that is the reference source current ISA is equal to something of the equation is VSA minus of VS naught plus beta times of VSB VSB minus VSC by summation of J is equal to ABC VSJ square minus of 3 VS naught square by PL average. See, in this particular equation, one thing is we are considered the source voltages are balanced. In that case, the VS0 is equal to 0. Next case is beta, the desired power factor, the desired source power factor, the cos phi or the phi is equal to 0. The phase angle difference between the source current, desired source current and the voltage is 0, the terminal voltage. In that case, beta is equal to tan of 0 by root 3 is equal to 0. Then the ISA becomes, we get as VSA by square root of J times of A comma B comma C. It is VSA or VSJ square into PL average. This was the equation. Now the VSA is the VM of sine omega t, and then what we get here, the summation of Vm square of sine square omega t plus, this is the equation, right? Sine square of omega t minus 120. I mean, after substituting the voltage of all the phases, and sine square of omega t plus 120. In the last class, we have seen one more equation over here, especially the PL average equation. The PL average taking about these currents, okay. What we get is 3 Vm Im. This particular equation is equal to Vm Im into this sort of the equation, this equation, right? Now we take about this equation as a number 4 and we substitute over here in the PL average. Then ISA is equal to something of Vm sine omega t by Vm square of this expression, that is sine square omega t plus dash dash. Then what we get is Vm Im into sine square of omega. This is a PL average expression. Sine square omega t plus the other two expressions. What happens? This Vm square is going to cancel and this expression is going to cancel. What we get was the ISA is equal to Im of sine omega t. See, finally, what I'm showing was whatever we get over here, the ISA is about the reference source current. The reference source current in the instantaneous. I was mentioning about this particular equation, which is going to yield the instantaneous source current, instantaneous desired source current. That was the thing which here we got it. We can validate it with the other phases also. The only thing is like these are going to cancel out in the place of VSA. We get about VSB for a case of ISB current. ISB current, what we get VSB by the summation of VSJ square. VSJ square. Just a minute. Here what we get was VSB by summation of VSJ whole square of PL average. This is the expression for the B phase. We get here it is Bm of sine of omega t minus 120. And this will be there cancelling out. We get as ISB star as Im of sine of omega t minus 120 degrees. Similar way of ISC star is equal to Im of sine of omega t plus 120 degrees. Okay. These are about the reference source currents. Especially these are the currents which are referred to the compensating of a star connected load. Okay. In the material which I have given you, there is for the delta connected load also there is an expression. You can see that for the delta connected load, I'm just scrolling out directly to the equation. How does this equation looks like? This is the equation which is pertaining to the delta connected load. Delta connected load. Okay. Yeah. Now, so far, what we have seen is we have seen about the generation of the reference source currents. But one of the things which in the particular to the equations, we have forgot, have not considered the DC voltage regulation loop. Especially, what is the DC voltage regulation? In all the cases of the in all the cases of the D-STATCOM, the important thing which is there is this, especially this capacitor. Have been mentioned for a case of application of shunt active power from D-STATCOM, we are charging this particular capacitor from the source itself. Even like one of the controller algorithm, which we have seen like the this particular EPF method also have given an explanation. We are charging that DC link also from the source only. But I will try to give about the complete control algorithm for considering the star connected load also, especially this sort of the equations. I mean, it's not this sort of the equation, anything else also. Wherever we are going to, if we are going to generate the reference source currents. One thing for the instantaneous symmetrical component theory. Okay, for the instantaneous symmetrical component theory, what are the things which are required? Suppose I just give about a system having the feeder impedance as a Vs. This is Rs plus Jxs. and this is about the IS current. Okay, this is about the filter current, and this about the VT or PCC also, then the load. For the instantaneous symmetrical component theory, the equation which you have seen it over here, it is something of VSA minus VS naught plus beta plus of tan plus of VSB, and this is one of the equation I'm just giving about by something of summation of VSJ whole square minus of 3 3 VSO square. Okay, PL average. Okay, this is it. See, for these inputs, we are required to instantaneous symmetrical component theory. We are required to generate the terminal voltages in this with reference to this particular diagram. We require to VT, and to compute the PL average, we require to sense the load currents, IL currents. But as I was mentioning, like in the D-STATCOM, we are charging the capacitor. We are charging the capacitor from the source itself only. In order to charge this capacitor, in order to charge the D-STATCOM capacitor, we require to charge from the, I mean, for charging the capacitor, a minimum amount of the real current is required, that is can be drawn from the source. Okay, whatever the current which is there is supplying the load average power as well as this particular power, the DC power. For that, what we require to use is we require to make out the PDC. How this PDC is generated? As we have seen in the earlier voltage control loop, that is especially this particular sort of the voltage control. This particular voltage control. For that, what is required is here we require to, okay, I mean, yeah, these are the instantaneous symmetrical component theory equations are there. For that, VT is required. Apart from that, for the instantaneous symmetrical component theory, what we require to give us, we require to give about the PL average, and I just mentioned about the DC power as P loss term. How does we compute the PL average? For that, there is a block over here to measure this 1 by T times of 0 to R T plus T VTA into ILA. Here it is ILA plus VTB into ILB plus VTC into ILC. These are the load currents. Okay, for this, to compute the PL average, what we require is we have to sense the terminal voltages of the phase A, of the phase B and phase C, and then we need to measure that ILA, comma B, comma C, the load currents. Okay. And then here, I mentioned about the DC current also. For that, what we are required to give us, we require to make the computation, the PI controller. For that, we have to measure the, we have to VDC star, the DC link voltage reference, minus VDC, the actual voltage of the D STATCOM. See, if it is a neutral clamp, then it should be of VDC 1 plus VDC 2 also. Two capacitors to be charged. Okay. I'm just considering if you have a single capacitor of the H-bridge topology, not the H-bridge, 4-leg topology. Then we get over here, it is a, we get an error that is to be taken over here, we get a P loss term. And then once you give this PL average and P loss, then we get the reference source current, IS star of A, B, C. Then subtract those currents, or this one should be minus over here. And plus, here we have to give the IL of A, comma B, comma C. These are the load currents. We get over here the reference filter currents of A, comma B, comma C. Then these currents, which it can be given about the hysteresis block. Okay, individual hysteresis blocks. These are the individual blocks. Maybe you can have another hysteresis block for the phase of no, here. Yeah, this I made a mistake over here. What exactly? We need to find out the error, right? We need to find out the error. Plus, maybe plus over here and the minus. This is the actual, the filter currents of A, comma B, comma C. And this should be given to the hysteresis block. Okay, hysteresis block. Maybe, I mean, a top switch, S1, maybe the bottom switch of NOT gate. This way it can be able to generate the D STATCOM or the filter currents also, IF also. So this is about the complete block. Maybe this can be referred as a instantaneous symmetrical component control of a D STATCOM, control of D STATCOM, or shunt active power filter, or shunt active power filter, by instantaneous symmetrical component here. Okay, this is about the complete the D STATCOM, the shunt active power filter. I mean, how this D STATCOM power rating to be fixed? These are the rating of the D STATCOM to be fixed. What is the worst case of the load? We need to design about what is the worst case of the load which is to be connected. About the VDC, the VDC link voltage, I mean the rating of the DC link voltage is 2 times of the supply peak voltage. Okay, and then the filter is anyway to eliminate the switching frequency component, this L to be designed also. Okay. The design part, it's not much difficulty. It is very well available in the literature also. Okay. Yeah. Next unit, actually, what we have was, we have a unified power quality conditioner. Okay, what do you mean by the unified? Okay, and the other name is a combined shunt and series active power filters also. Okay, especially the unified in the sense like it tries to compensate the voltage related quality issues as well as the current related quality issues. That's what it means to say. It's about the VSE, and we have the compensator or the filter and the load also. Okay. This may be either they connect this right side of the I mean to the source side, or this may be connected to the other side also. Maybe like this sort of. Okay, maybe they will connect to this way. Okay, But as far I concerned, I mean, I have some little bit of experience in this particular this in-fed power quality conditioner. I prefer to use this kind of a combined shunt and series active power filter. Why they have gone for these kind of the in-fed power quality conditioner? It is used to mitigate or improve simultaneously the current quality, the source current quality improvement, as well as the terminal voltage or the PCC voltage quality improvement also. Quality improvement. These are all operated simultaneously. Because of that, they have given the UPQC. If you stick into, I mean, you have heard in the fast controller UPFC. It is quietly, as I was mentioning, I was discussing about the power quality improvement devices, power quality improvement devices, and FACS devices. Both the functionality wise, it is completely different. Power quality improvement device and FACS devices, technically the operating conditions are completely different, but this looks, the device wise, it looks like the same only. Okay, I'll try to give about one of the simple diagram, especially when I just downloaded one of the paper also. I'll just give about the paper also. Yeah, especially this particular sort of the yeah, see here, in this particular case, unified power quality in the power distribution system. See, this is the source voltage. And you see that there is a sag over here, and it will be there on the terminal also. And the load has been bring back to the nominal voltage. This is the injected voltage. And this is about the compensator. Okay. Basically, while doing these particular sort of the simultaneous improvement, there should be a power balance should be there. Power balance in the sense like, as we know that when you are compensating by your series active power filter, you are injecting some voltage. While injecting the voltage, while correcting or injecting the voltage, see, you have a the compensator is a VSE. I mean, the understanding what we have when we discuss the dynamic voltage restorer, especially VN, when we discuss the DVR or the series active power filter, series active power filter, we have seen like this particular DVR is injecting the real power as well as the reactive power in the system in order to correct the load voltage. Okay. While we have seen like this particular entire system, the power is balanced. See, when this DVR is injecting, obviously the entire system in the power to be balanced, it means that all the powers, the summation of all the powers is equal to 0, or else wherever the power is generating, that power is to be absorbed by one of the device also. Here the power is generated for this source, the real power, and this power, only this is the load is taking. Even if it is generating the reactive power Q injected, either it has to go this way or this way to the load also. Okay. Majority it will try to the load only. Now, when the DVR is operating, especially we have a combined VT, and this is the device. I'll just make out the device also because you will be getting it much more clarity also. there is a capacitor, and then we have a inductor over here. I've combined all the whatever I've given an explanation. This is the loop. Okay. This is a single phase system. This is a single phase system. Okay. See, yeah, I was discussing about when your series active power filter is injecting the some amount of the real power as well as the reactive power. When this is fine, what about the D-STATCOM over here? The D-STATCOM, which is going to supply only the fundamental reactive power as well as the harmonics as well as the unbalanced components of the current. When this is supplying some amount of the reactive power required by the load, then this is also supplying the reactive power, then there is a reactive power mismatch is there. Then obviously if it is if this is supplying some amount of the reactive power, in order to correct the load voltage, in that case the reactive power has to be decreased. Okay. And the control part, whatever you control over here and whatever you control over here, finally it all depends upon the reference series active power filter voltage and the reference filter current. Coming to the this injection by your device, either DVR, either D-STATCOM, operation is same only. We can do the any other control algorithms, whatever you want to do. Either you can do the hysteresis current control, or maybe you can use the PWM based, error based PWM based control algorithms also. You can use the advanced control. You can use other control algorithms also. Only the generation of the reference over here, especially the injected voltage and this filter current, is a very crucial part. Whether you go for the time based or the frequency based, it is up to you. But my point here it is, I was mentioning just before that, when the Q injected is there, then obviously the shunt active power filter has to decrease. With this background, okay, whatever with this explanation, you look into this particular sort of the expression, especially you taking about D is the phasor diagram. The phasor diagram. This is referred to the fundamental only. It's referred to the fundamental only. Okay, what I would like to expecting you is, see, this is the IC is the compensator current, IL is the load current, this IS which is represented to the source currents. Okay, here also it has been mentioned about the, in all the cases after compensating the to the load voltage to this point, these are the pre-sag voltages. This is sag voltage after injecting at an angle of alpha. Okay, they have given the expressions. To take about the expressions is up to 1 to 5, and this phasor diagram and this phasor diagram show that the powers, if you take about the source power PS plus P injected is equal to the load power, and then here, and then the Q injected by dVr plus Q injected by dStatCom, and then this is about the series active power filter. Q injected, the Q injected series as well as Q shunt is equal to Q load. From the equations, use the equations 1 to 5. Prove that the reactive power injected by the series and the shunt, which is equal to QL, and the real power, which is of source power, and then the series active power filter. If there is anything, the shunt active power filter, if there is, please try to understand. If there is means there might be or there might not be also, because assets like the requirement of the shunt active power filter or the dStatCom, they should not be injected. Looking into this particular phasor diagram, we need to understand whether the shunt compensator is injecting the real power or not. This should be equal to the PL load answer. Okay. I mean, this is the question which is I will likely to be asked in the end examination. Please look into this particular before going to the end examination. Okay. Yeah, I will try to give about this particular paper also. I mean, you can really go through that paper also and the phasor diagram also. And also one more thing, like just a minute. A material which is related to the I mean, whatever the last unit which is there of the multi-level inverters applications, there won't be any questions from that. I will share you the content also. Better to discuss for your examination. Yes, second syllabus. Especially the application of the multi-lane inverters, I have not discussed much about this also. I mean, your friends have given the presentation, but there won't be any questions, especially this particular unit. There won't be any questions from this, even from this also, harmonic sources, from this also. Okay, we'll be having the end examination, this paper, especially the passive filter design part, which I have not covered it also. Maybe some of your friends have been covered. Maybe this part won't be there, and this will be there. This will be there, and this particular point of the unified power quality conditioner just now I've discussed you also. Okay, whatever the question which have been raised in this particular class, that question it will be likely to be asked. The rest of these content, which in the mid examination up to this part we have been covered. We have given this mid and mid. Yeah, this sort of. Only this after the mid examination we have discussed about these particular units, especially this unit and this unit. Okay. This particular unit will be there for end, and this for the end examination. And this is, we will be having the end examination, this, and you can refer the last class. Okay, for the index examination. Okay. Just a minute, I was into the this how it will be. I've given you the single phase diagram, but this is the way of the BSc based unified power quality conditioner. When you're going for a unified power quality conditioner also, this capacitor, as I was mentioning, like when the system is is it a fault condition, in that case we should not take about the charging either from the DVR or from the T-STATCOM. We need to use from the external agency to charge this particular capacitor. But in general, in almost all the papers of the literature, even including my paper also, have been used the capacitor and charging from the source itself. Okay, these are all based on the limitations in the experimental setup, and it is not in our purview of what is say that is not the main content of our anyone who is working on the unified power quality power quality compensator conditioner also. But in a practical system, the capacitor should not be charged from the source when there is a sag. That's what the point is. Okay. Yeah, this is what the neutral clamp which I have shown you the phasor the circuit diagram, but this is a typical H-bridge topology, and they kept it as a right shunt. Right shunt in the sense like I was mentioning over here, the series device and then the shunt way of connection. This is the shunt device which is there on the right side. We can have this possibility also. Okay, this way also. This is the left shunt. Is about the D-STATCOM. Is about the uh, DVR. DVR. Okay. Yeah, topology wise, it's this how it looks like. This is about a for a case of a three-phase, three-wire, a right shunt kind of a combination. Generally, people used to prefer as the right shunt of UPQC topology. That is the right side of the this particular D-STATCOM. Okay, this is about the three-phase and three-wire D-STATCOM. If it is a fourth wire, then the neutral which is there, that will be going to connect to the fourth leg also. If not the fourth leg, maybe you are going for a neutral clamped topology also. For a four-wire system, typically this is the way which they have connected also. Okay, the four-wire which is there of this particular clamped over here, this is a neutral. Even this side also, they were going to connect the fourth leg over here also, because fourth leg also over here. No, not this one. I just given it around here. Especially in what way they goes first? They goes this way. This sort of the functions. Okay? Because once you have these kind of without the fourth leg, in that case the DVR cannot be able to compensate the unbalanced kind of a voltage sags. When you have the neutral connection only, it is possible to compensate the unbalanced voltage sags. Okay, the operation wise, it is of what do you say? simultaneous operation. The control algorithm is have a it is going to operate simultaneously. One thing like people have not worked out in figuring out aspects of the power injected and then the Q injected. Here they inject the reactive power. They didn't alter this particular injection from the D STATCOM when your DVR is injecting the reactive power in compensating the voltage side. Okay, what I mean to say that when your DVR is functioning or when your DVR is compensating the voltage side, it is tries to inject the real power as well as the reactive power. In that particular operation, they has to decrease the reactive power injection by the D STATCOM in order to make the entire circuit to be balanced. Okay, that people have not done it also. I'll share this particular content to you. So please go through that. There won't be many questions. The question is likely to be asked in the end examination for this particular unit of unified power quality conditioner is this question. Okay, this particular question. Okay, this sort of the question which I might be asking you in the examination. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Please, you have to submit the assignment of the after the mid examination. You need to submit your notes, right? Anyone can respond?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I'll send a email for that. The link also to upload the after the mid class notes also. After the mid examination class notes. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening. Please.
Sir, actually, I have not. Sir, voltage improvement method I have not uploaded, sir, in first phase, the notes.
Okay, okay.
Can I upload next, sir?
Yeah,
Total
you
notes,
upload
sir.
it. We upload it, the entire thing. You just email to me also. Mentioning that point, I may consider you to add the marks also.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, yes.
Thank you, sir.